What's going on, man? It's your host, P. Morgan, a.k.a. Schoolboy P, and you are tuned in to Skip the Line, where we have open conversation and dialogue about social entertainment and nightlife culture. Welcome to our booth. Welcome to our section. Yeah, I've got two really great co-hosts with me, and I'm going to let you all introduce yourselves.
Hey, it's your girl Marissa J here to slay per usual.
All right, it's your favorite cousin Joe Major here to talk, per usual.
Look at him, putting his radio gig on.
Yeah.
Look,
radio
look,
boy.
listen, got his radio on.
I guess.
So yeah, man, we appreciate everybody for pulling up to the section with us tonight, man. For Skip the Line, man, we got a really good conversation going on. We're gonna talk about a couple of things that kind of impact the culture of social entertainment. So I'm gonna just start it off by just saying that our first topic that we're gonna discuss is gonna be lack of crowd participation in the urban market for ticketed and free events, and which ones that we think have better turnout, better participation and things like that. So oftentimes we see that there are, let me get this to you, Marissa. Oftentimes we see that there's a lot of events here recently that, don't really have the participation or the motion, as the young kids call it, the motion that they probably should have.
The young kids.
Yeah.
We're
The
old
younger
now.
kids,
Look.
yeah, we're definitely old.
Look, we
Older.
look, I'm young Unc, okay? I don't know what they talking
I'm
about.
full-fledged, OG, whatever you want to call me. I accepted my title, like, it just is what it is.
I'm pushing
I provide-
40.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to call me Unc and OG because I've done things that, put me in that position in your life, then so be it. I look good, I think.
Got a whole
Uncle
team.
Cuz.
Uncle Cuz,
Uncle
whatever.
Cuz.
Uncle
Yeah,
Cuz.
Big Unc.
Yeah, big Uncle Cuz.
Big Uncle Cuz.
Put the big in front.
Big Uncle Cuz. I like it. I like it. So, like I said, the first topic we're gonna talk about this crowd participation. Joe and myself have been in the entertainment industry, hosting events. We've been in clubs, the bars, lounges for a long time. Marissa's very well traveled and participating in a lot of things, and she's really big on a lot of events. And I think that we all kind of have a little bit of a viewpoint and insight, kind of on like crowd participation versus how it was when we first jumped off of the porch, and then the generations before us.
Right.
Versus what we see now, because it's definitely a total 180
Big difference.
change from how it was. I mean, even just 10 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like it's a 360, honestly.
Yeah, like just a complete turnaround,
Right.
for sure. Joe, how do you feel about the lack of crowd participation at events now?
Crowd participation. So engagement, I think, has a lot to do with environment, right? Like,
Okay.
the physical atmosphere. Places are not set up for dancing anymore. It's
Man, that's big.
definitely booth heavy.
That is big.
And then when you have the introduction of hookah,
Mm-hmm.
you have already booth heavy, and now I have an extra reason to sit down.
Right.
That's a
And
very
so
good point.
it's like, what encouragement do you have from the environment to get up and dance and do a two-step? Now,
Right.
we all are fortunate enough to come from a generation where we actually saw clubs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like real live clubs. Like it was a dance floor. If you smoked, you went to a corner, whatever you made it.
It was
You know
a
what I'm saying?
designated section.
But right, you know what I'm saying. But it set the atmosphere for crowd participation and involvement. You know what I'm
with
saying?
that.
While in the function, and so if that's what we're speaking on, then that's directly attributed to the physical atmosphere has changed drastically. It doesn't. It's not really like. I mean, even looking in some of the top spots in the city that look well, they all look really well to sit down in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you get up and move around, there's something a space you created.
Mm-hmm.
Other than Jar, which is purposefully named, a cocktail club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else is lounges, and that's what we're in. We're in a lounge era with club characteristics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to pump fake like a club, but in essence, you're a lounge. Everything is here to sit down.
Right.
You don't. You know what I'm saying? So what do you expect the people to do?
Right.
That's a really good point. I'm gonna take. You took it from the physical aspect. I'm gonna take it from the digital
Okay.
aspect. So just within, like I said, we'll just go 10 years. So 2014 to now.
Yeah.
The the boom of Instagram and people wanting to become social media influencers,
Right.
like you can literally create a whole different persona on your cell phone versus who you actually are in real life.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
And now what
lot
I
of
feel
people do
like,
it.
I feel like a lot of people have taken that and then they try to bring that into this physical space. And what was it back in the day, the Bad Girls Club or the You Can't Sit With Us crew. So now you have people who on Instagram and on Facebook and TikTok and whatever, now they think that they're this real life bigger person than who they actually are. And it's like, you do know we know you, right?
Right.
And have known you now for some time.
We was in third grade together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we've known you for a long time, but I like what you said about the physical aspect of it now not being set up to be like clubs.
Right.
You know, I think that with the hike and the growth of VIP booths and sections, now that gives people who might be a superstar
Right.
on here or got that blue check next to their name.
Right.
Now they actually feel like, yo, like I'm
So I'm that
yeah.
that
Exactly.
guy, I'm that girl.
Everybody has
That
a be.
nigga.
Everybody, absolutely. I'm sorry.
I'm that nigga. No, I just wanted to say I'm that nigga. That's how they feel.
Right.
And it's okay to feel that way if you really are, but you gotta
Right.
be about it. You gotta stand on that.
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
be that nigga on Instagram and social media.
Right.
because also there are real dollars that actually comes from a persona that you can
Yeah.
build,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We are fortunate enough to come from a time where you actually had to be who you portrayed to be.
Had to
you know what
be.
I'm saying? Like we essentially built social media
Yeah.
to what it is. And so we actually had to you actually had to be charismatic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You actually had to have some type of swagger. We actually had to be these things. And so now that you only have to portray them,
Yeah.
it's really not. Then you could get money from just portraying them.
Fake it till you
Because
make
you know
it.
Right.
I've talked to some influencers who have a huge following, but sitting in front of them is kind of hard because the persona is
It don't
not
match.
that
It don't match.
when I'm sitting in front of you. And I was
Right.
like, oh, you seem like this fun and outgoing person. I expect that same thing when I'm looking at you.
L7.
And yeah, you
They
created
stuck
this
up.
bubble in person. And just like, okay, this is interesting. But I like to respect everybody and how they move.
Right.
But it's kind of interesting to observe because your numbers online, the reason why you are getting paid and recognized and being in this special section of this booth
Yeah.
is because of your numbers online, right?
Right.
That means a massive amount of people follow you.
Right.
So that means when you go out, some of these people might actually approach you.
Yeah.
So you have to be ready to deal with these people.
Seriously.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just kind of understanding what it is to be a public figure. You know what I'm saying? From even dealing with the social media
Yeah.
aspect. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about understanding again who you are,
Yeah.
what you're portraying, and having that match when you're out. I hate having tough conversations with so-called charismatic and high energy and great positive vibe people. Like it's like sometimes some of the people are the toughest people to talk to
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
like you're not even like that right now.
I think people forget that the beginning of the word social media is social. So if you can't, he's actually 100% correct. I don't think that people know me as well as they know me until I'm out. Like I don't believe that. I'm sure Joe's the same way. Joe and Marissa have been friends a long time. And when people at the Greek picnic, for example, people were coming up to me, it's like, hey, I know you. I follow you on Instagram, and I'm like, me? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, can you follow me? I was like, me? I'm really looking at them like, me? And so you are 100% correct. You have to be that person. Like on my Jeep, it says right across the top, lit in real life. I mean that. I am exactly who I say I am.
Right. And that's the thing is like the difference between in the physical realm and the digital footprint is which one is going to give you that dose of dopamine? Which one is going to give you that dose of excitement?
Right.
If somebody's lit on the phone or if somebody's lit when you are face to face
Yeah.
Person.
with them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that now people, to your point, Joe, the real influencers have shown
Yeah.
that there is a certain privilege that comes along with being this particular digital influencer or this content creator.
Right.
And so when they come out in public, now everybody's feeling all stuck up and I see it a lot with the ladies. Everybody out of the ladies crew think that they're like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
And they not.
you really just a friend because 10 years ago you was like cock blocking and running interference.
Right.
Back in the day, you wasn't really like that. If somebody was trying to come up and talk to your homegirl,
Right.
you was the one like, she can't talk to you.
Hating.
Yeah. But now the whole crew just kind of has this kind of sense of entitlement,
Right.
low key. That's the part that I don't really bang with for real, because I'm just like, what are y'all doing?
Pretending. I'm telling you, fake it till you make it. Everybody's trying to fake it till they make it nowadays.
Yeah, but then there's nothing that comes out of that though. There literally is
Likes.
nothing that comes out of that.
Likes, comments. They feel like once they get those likes and comments that
Listen,
I made it, I'm doing my damn thing, and they not.
recognition is like the best worst thing ever, right?
Yeah.
Because we have suffered from lack of recognition as a people within the
Right.
black
Yeah.
community. You know,
Sure.
not knowing things in a certain time has caused a lot of our elders to pass on, you know, without a dime to their name, right?
Right.
But then recognition also can become something that could really tear us down. And with
Yeah.
social media, it heightens all that. Imagine if we had this type of recognition when we were doing all that silly shit that we was doing in college.
We would have been.
right?
We'd be famous.
Like
by
we'll be
now.
famous, but keep in mind some of let's do a realistic thought
Right.
process of some people that probably wouldn't have held that or been able to handle that at
Right.
that age, and
Right.
probably even myself included. Like, yeah, I was in stuff as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but to be famous at a young age when you just really figuring shit out, like that's not for everybody. And so once you get such a young man, then you have all these very adult like things like buying bottles and stuff like that was like, I didn't think that was
Never.
until I got really,
Yeah.
really on. It just wasn't
Yeah.
a common thing.
I didn't
Yeah.
even see it. I didn't see
We
it.
didn't really
it
see
back
it,
then.
Right.
and if you saw it, you knew it was a status thing. But it
Right.
just seemed so. The things that seem like you got to level up to do just seems like commonplace for everybody.
Yes.
Right.
And so it's just like, okay, cool. I understand it, but it kind of creates this false facade.
Right.
So if it's like, if we're not going to have a VIP experience, don't call it a VIP experience.
Man, look,
Just
don't
let it
get me
be known
started
this is
on
just
that.
a regular
Don't
shit.
get me started on that.
Just
Because I'm
this
still
is
trying to
regular shit.
understand why I have to pay for a booth and also pay for the bottle. So you pay for the section and then it's a 2-bottle minimum. And I'm like, I thought that's what I was paying for.
So okay, okay. You
No,
know,
you go
ahead.
first. I see you
Okay.
cooking. I see you
okay,
cooking,
so
Joe. You go first.
It breaks down a few different ways, and let me just try to clear the air in the simplest way I know how. Gosh, I've been wanting to say this for a long time publicly.
Well, here you
All
go.
So when you're talking about a booth and a bottle, the
Right.
bottle, especially in the state of Tennessee, state of Tennessee has some of the strictest
Very strict.
Nicola.
liquor laws, period. It's
Yes.
hard to make a dollar legitimately, you know what I'm saying, in the state of Tennessee.
Right.
There are counties that shall remain nameless that are doing better because they're not as strict. But Nashville,
Right.
they're strict. So let's start the tone there. Let's understand that first of all,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then understanding that you're not, unless it's an event space, there's a place that is a shell, and you go in and build
You
the
gotta
event
build
up,
it out.
and
Yep.
you are responsible for the liquor, unless they offer their
Services,
liquor licensing
yeah.
or
Yep.
services, something like that, or
Yep.
everything you're responsible. Unless it's something like that, if it's an actual lounge, club, bar, anything like that,
Right.
I would say 15 times out of 10, you're not going to get the bar unless you have a relationship that is.
Yeah, you
you're
gotta have
not
a
gonna
great
get the bar,
relationship.
right? You're not
Yeah.
going to get the bar, right? So let's just act like nobody's getting the bar, right?
Right.
So now, all of the liquor that is sold and all that responsibility falls on the club directly. That's not where the promoter, which is 7 times out of 10 in today's industry, is responsible for the money coming in the door, probably solely, right? Let's say if they get the 100% of the door, then all that money is the promoter. That's the place where they make their money at, is those butts in the seats.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is the patrons, and that's the only, and well, that's not the only way, but there's one of the main ways because they can kind of upcharge for a VIP experience.
Which they do.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to come in and stand around like clubs used to be,
Yeah.
then that's when your general admission 24. But for a VIP experience, only how I'm making money as a promoter, unless I get a percentage off of the sales, which if an owner is so gracious enough, they can't cut you
They
a deal
can't
like
cut you a
that.
deal
Yeah,
off
For
of the
every bottle
bottles. Yep.
sold, we'll give you 25% off, blah, blah.
But
Give
how
you
That's
the
a-
work.
that's a
many
great
promoters-
number, too.
Yes,
But how many
yeah.
That's
promoters
a-
are actually? How many people are actually doing that?
Cut-
Actually
getting
getting you a
cut
cut
deal?
off the getting you a cut off of that.
You gotta, it's them
varies.
relationships.
It's
and
based
it
off of the
varies.
relationship.
Like you can't walk in thinking that the owner's gonna give you. They probably gonna keep 100% of their liquor sales,
Facts.
and you're gonna get 100% of the door.
Facts.
Yep.
Maybe depending on how it break down.
Yep.
And that's what you making now. And then we're in the booth. I couldn't imagine throwing a party in some of these venues and not having extra $10, $20
Yeah.
on my booth, you
Yeah.
know, just to sit down, because it's like, this is where my money coming in at.
Right.
I can't no longer just kind of occupy this with people just standing around. Like, everybody got to be sitting down and they got to be comfortable. I want to put people on top of each other.
Well, and here's another
Not
good
me.
thing. Here's another good thing to point out. There used to be a hierarchy of the haves and the have-nots. I know that probably sounds crazy.
Yeah, it does, because I'm trying to understand.
But think about it though, like what Marissa said back in the day, when somebody bought a bottle,
Yeah.
it was because you knew that them Titans was in the building.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember that. Like, I legit don't remember people. I don't remember the sparklers. I don't remember none of it.
So there are certain aspects I feel like that just came about because
Recently.
a lot of our trends
Yeah.
start DC, move to Atlanta, then they come to Nashville. They'll
Right.
hit Memphis, of course, but we'll get them out around about the same time.
Yeah.
All that being said, like the sparkler aspect is new within the last 7 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we'll
would
go
say-
10. We'll go 10.
So let's go 10, and then before that,
At least in the black clubs.
Yeah.
listen in the.
Because they've been doing it in Vegas.
They've been
doing
doing it
it
in Vegas.
like
Vegas.
Vegas for
They've been doing it in
Vegas
Vegas and New
always
York
had
for a
time to
minute.
long
They've
celebrations.
been doing it in Vegas and New York for a minute.
So Atlanta, we would say, like 15, 20 years
20
ago.
years probably, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
So, but I feel like there's always been some type of bottled celebration, or am I making this up? Is this
So-
Mandela effect?
in Nashville or just in?
In general, because now I'm thinking about a general club experience. Like,
So
because,
think about it. So and we'll use Atlanta for example. Atlanta is home to a lot of self-made black millionaires.
Yes.
They are essentially the black entertainment hub of the United States.
one of them.
And then one of them, and then they have every single major professional sports team.
Facts.
So there's a lot of money that's coming in, and
Yeah.
and back in the day, in the clubs, everybody wasn't buying sections. To your point, there was dance floor. You had general admission. There was a line out the door,
Facts.
and then whoever was pulling up in their fancy cars, they Rolls Royces, they
Bentleys
they,
back then.
they Bentleys back then. Look. We'll use Agenda for example. I remember when Chris Johnson and them was pulling up in the McLaren.
That's the first time I ever saw a bottle purchase was in Agenda, and it wasn't Agenda. It was level
Level
88.
The
Level
first
88.
time I ever saw, and it probably was Chris Johnson buying the bottle. I was like, oh, they got money.
Okay, so if you're
Right.
speaking about level 88, you're definitely speaking over. That's over 15 years
Yeah.
at this point.
Because it was it
God
Cafe
damn,
Bella?
Hey, I can say
Level
over 15 years
88,
and still be an
then
adult.
Lucy Blue, then Agenda.
And now what is it?
Wait, say it one more time.
Was
Cafe
it?
Bella.
It was Cafe Bella,
Uh-huh.
Level 88,
Yes.
Lucy Blue,
Yes.
then Agenda.
I feel like that was the order.
I think that was the order,
That's
bro.
crazy.
T, correct
that
us
one
if
place
I'm wrong,
was
T,
that
because I know you're
big.
gonna watch this T. So
I
correct
think
us
that
if
was
I'm
the
wrong, but
order.
I think that was the order.
Nah, I definitely think that was the order.
And there was one before that. When we first, I feel like it was one before that, and I know they're gonna correct me. I know the OG's gonna correct me.
Right.
But as far as the recollect, yeah, I think you're spot on.
I definitely remember level 88.
And so the thing is back then you got to think. So you got to think back then there was a certain, like I said, there was a hierarchy.
Okay.
You had your general admission,
Yeah.
your skip line,
Yeah.
and then you had your VIP
But even before that,
customers.
you had, this is one thing I feel like we're missing. They don't even do, unless I'm missing this, and I could be because I'm going as much as I used to. What happened to ladies free before a certain time?
So,
That used to pack
here's-
out the club.
Okay.
So because we don't have clubs anymore,
Right.
There's really no need to do all the ons and ends, right? Because, all right, if I'm doing, let's just say, I don't know, somebody throw a venue at me.
Okay.
Let's just throw a random one. Somebody say a random venue.
Mix Factor.
Yeah.
Mix Factory.
Right.
Oh, no, do a current venue. 'Cause you're saying,
And I feel like like I said, the hierarchy
Right.
of the general admission, skip line,
Right.
VIP kind of delineated who went where.
Right.
Right. And I also felt like that also added to a little bit of the mystique. Another thing that I think that plays a role, to Joe's point about the VIP,
Right.
is that the VIP experience is that I don't think that we have a whole lot of showmanship in the entertainment space anymore.
No, and then
Right.
even when like we were talking about with the sparklers, even when they come over now, there's no excitement in that
Man,
whatsoever.
none.
They're just here to get their check or whatever. They come over, they just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, baby, I'm standing up on the couch. I need to. If I'm standing on the couch, I need you to stand up on the couch with me.
But you want to know what that leans to? Now a lot of bottle girls think that they're what? Social media
and they are
influencers
not,
now.
ma'am.
Right?
Listen, give me my bottle
Look, I'm here for it.
and give me my juice. And where's my cranberry?
you know, it is it is very interesting to talk about this because I feel like this is one of my old nigga rants because
Old nigga, we getting
it's like
old.
I've seen the evolution,
The
of
change.
Yeah.
bottle girls, and this is a new thing. This is not like bottle girls. A form of bottle girls have been around, right? They were shot girls before,
Right.
and,
Right.
You know, a little bit. You could maybe go-go dances were a derivative of bottle girls. They may
Right.
want to walk around with shots, depending on
Right.
where you partied at or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But so this is the bottle girls itself, though, is a new thing,
Yeah.
and so when we got our first wave of bottle girls, they weren't even as attractive as these new bottle girls. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I'll flat out say that. But they come from a customer service era,
And-
right where that's
Right.
important in all the jobs that you're gonna do,
sure.
that you're doing at that point in your life, your early
Right.
20s or whatever. You in
Right.
college, like you getting. I was at City Gear, Foot Locker, places like that.
Yeah.
You're learning customer service.
Right.
You're learning how to deal with people in certain atmospheres. So when you get to the club atmosphere, you're adjusting to that,
It's
right?
easy to
And you're
adjust.
customer
Right.
serving.
Right.
And so when you take that, and now you're saying a young woman who looks a certain way, you're still customer serving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is, and that's where the OG bottle girls will tell you that every time.
Man, look,
You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you that that's where their money came from. They serve custom. They touch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
They
baby,
were
how you
big on
doing?
it. But they were friendly.
Yeah.
They talked to
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
I say this all the time, and I give Black Rob his flowers. I say this all the time. That first wave of weekend girls, agenda girls, pretty much set the tone for that customer
look
service.
across the board, though. Think about it. It is, and not taking nothing from Black Rob, Joe Johnson, and AG, but it is DJ at Limelight, right?
Right.
Didn't have bottle girls.
No, not at all.
But to do on a slow at its height, 750 people.
Yeah,
right.
that was a wild time.
750
Wild
R.I.P.
time.
R.I.P. Limelight.
African
Wild
American people in
Get 'em my
one
heart.
spot eating and drinking. This is before hookah.
Yeah.
People were just getting drunk and eating.
Four
That
for
was
ones.
it.
Partying.
Drinking cheap liquor
for one.
and
Partying.
partying on a Friday, and I promise you, Pat, I'm not exaggerating when
Nah,
I
I
say
was
this.
there.
I can count on one hand how many actual fights that I've seen. So considering that it was that many people that often drinking
And free.
and free,
Free to get in.
and free.
It's
And it
single
was free.
digits
So
for me.
So all of that being said, it's like the customer service there
Yep.
Yeah.
solid. Like
Yeah.
again, this is what it was across the board.
Yeah.
If you was partying at Ciroc, you could get a drink. It would be
Ooh,
packed.
throwback.
But
Ooh.
nobody, like you said before, nobody's offering those same customer service skills. So you got to think
Right.
about when you say Limelight. First of all, everybody in Nashville is still mourning over Limelight. And they will forever.
sure.
I don't care if anybody gets upset about me saying it. I will forever mourn Limelight.
For sure.
They gave you so many things that a lot of these clubs and these bars are not giving you. Like I said, on
Right.
the 4th Friday, it was what, 4 for 1s. I could
4 for
go in
1.
there with $7 and I
toe
could
up.
eat a full meal. And when I say a
Yep.
full meal, I mean
Yep.
meatloaf,
The whole
mashed
buffet.
potatoes,
Right.
steak.
Whole buffet
They
in the
gave
back.
you a whole buffet.
Yep.
You can also buy chicken and things like that.
Whole
but
buffet
they
in the
had, if
back.
you were there, what, 6:30?
Yeah.
You
Yep.
could eat. I could go there, eat a full-fledged meal.
Straight from work, though.
Straight from work. I could go there. Not only could I,
Work
like you said, I
clothes.
could go there in sweatpants, work clothes, t-shirts, a bucket cap, anything, and
Yep.
eat and drink for $7 and leave toasted.
Look, $20, you was
Well,
the man or the
okay.
woman.
Toasted.
Okay,
I could
look,
buy you
Look,
some drinks.
Man, what?
$20.
Yeah.
I will forever be considerate of Limelight. You know what I'm saying? Because especially for the things they've done for my career. I mean, you spoke on it earlier. I have been a host and a professional in the nightlife and entertainment space over the last decade here. Really, I got my professional start in 2009. I would say
Okay.
is when when I got out of jail and left and then came back
Listen, God is good.
all
Amen.
the time.
God
And
is
so, all that being said, I've been doing it consistently, you know, and it was with A-List Entertainment. Big shout out to them. They, you know, was one of the, you know, people that got me my professional promoter start,
Right.
right?
Sure.
Like I was passing out flyers before then with some people who shall remain nameless. And then, you know, started working out of town in Atlanta, coincidentally with Will Sanders. And then with A-List, it's just, I've thrown thousands of parties.
Look, I can
Hosted
fact check that.
thousands
I can
of
fact check.
parties.
I can verify
I've been at a
that.
lot of them.
I
Like,
can verify that.
listen,
But we've
it
been throwing
is
parties before that. We're throwing parties in college at the
right.
house.
And that's what I'm
Big
saying. That's I ain't even.
parties.
I ain't even gonna get into that aspect.
Glow parties.
And so I'm just talking about from the professional aspect. So it's been one hell of a ride. I'm very grateful to still be doing it, even at the capacity I'm still doing it.
For sure.
I love doing happy hours and karaoke and getting the fuck out the building
Right.
at 12 at the
Going
latest.
home.
That's that old nigga
If we
shit.
can if we can wrap it up about 11:30, because see, I
Uncle
also
Cuz
cater
gotta
to
get
my
home.
demographic too.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I cater to us,
Yeah.
right? The people who are working professionals.
Yep.
We're older, but we're not put up. We are
Right.
not our parents and our grandparents.
Right, we're not washed.
30-year-olds.
Yeah, this 37,
You know what I'm
This
saying?
30 is
38
different.
is
And we're
different.
not
Yeah.
delusional about it. I'm 38 years old.
Yeah.
I stretch every day on purpose because it's what I have to do to
Everything's
feel great.
popping.
You know what I'm
Everything's
saying?
popping.
I like kombucha. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like drinking too much water all the
Kombucha
time.
shots,
I
love.
drink
That's what
coffee
it is.
every morning.
Exactly. I have a routine for shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
Motherfucker be like, hey, Joe, I could drink 15 shots. You
Cool.
go right
Good.
ahead.
Good for
Good
you.
for you.
Good.
Good for you.
Do I need to buy two of them for a young man? Because that's
And
about in this economy.
I love that for you.
But hold on. But it brings me to about the point I was coming around to is one of the reasons why Limelight what it was is because it took advantage of what was left of a decent, I guess, economy at that
Right.
time. Right.
Very true.
Like food was, I would say, probably like 40% less expensive.
Facts.
Yeah.
So you didn't have that much of an overhead as a venue, right?
Right.
And so you can offer a free food buffet for 500 goddamn people.
Yeah.
And feed. We're talking about feeding 500 people.
can't do
A
that.
load
You do
of
events.
people.
You do events.
Yep.
Ballpark number. How much is that going to cost you right now to feed 500 people?
Oh, it's
500,
a couple
500 right
thousand.
now. I can't feed my family members.
Exactly.
No, it's gonna run you a
exactly. So
couple
they're
bands.
feeding 500 people, maybe less, maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're offering well liquor, 3 for 1 on a regular, 4 for 1 on special nights.
Fridays.
You're getting, what is that? They charge you what was it? $8?
It was $7. It was $7.
I feel like it was $7.
It was like $7.
Okay, $7. $7. Okay, so again, you
can't
like
get that
said,
nowhere.
You're
Yeah.
talking about taking $40 and having a drunk all don't even know what the fuck just
Man,
happened to me
look,
last night.
being
You
the
know what I'm
man.
saying? Like really, really and truly,
Yeah.
that can't happen again because shit is too expensive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like even a person that does happy hours on a regular basis, you know what I'm saying? I'm at calendars right now. You know, I'm really in a really good situation. Like, you know, so it's one of the type of things that as a curator now, you know what I'm saying, as event promoter and now curator, I'm always going back and forth with the owners because it's like, we have to give people a break.
Yeah.
Everything is so expensive.
Make
I
it make
understand
sense.
the overhead
Make it make
is the
sense.
overhead. I get you. I understand
Right.
it. But if you want me in here,
Yeah.
and you want the people that I'm going to bring, because these are
Yeah.
people who have budgeted their outside funds. They're
Right.
going to
Right.
come in here consistently.
They got real
because
responsibilities.
people-
They just can't blow
Because
it back.
reliability wins with us all the time.
Right.
If I know I could go and get this thing
Yeah.
consistently, I'm probably going to frequent there.
why-
That's gonna be my
more
spot.
often.
That's
That'd
why
be
they
my
don't
cheer.
have, there's no consistency in clubs anymore. Like, you know how you used to have your spot? Like, we knew we were going to Graham on a Thursday.
Right.
Or we knew we
Right.
were going to McFadden's
Right.
Yep.
for the 25-cent pictures. You don't have
Yep.
that anymore. Like, oh,
And-
where's our spot? You
And
don't
as
have that.
and
Right.
as a promoter, I try to do that as much as I possibly can, given the parameters and understanding with the owners.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like the situation I got now, he already had a happy hour, so it was a little easier to be
Right.
like, okay, cool,
Right.
let's do a happy hour from 6 to 10. Let me just adjust these things.
So let me ask you
to
this
maybe
though:
cater to that. Okay.
is the happy hour really a happy hour?
Absolutely.
Because sometimes, okay, thank you. Because there's a lot of places I go to now, and they're like, okay, it's a happy hour, and I
Okay.
get there, and drinks are still $10. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought it was a 14 or whatever they think. It's not a happy hour to me.
So yeah, no. It's legit. You're paying one price
Yes.
for multiple drinks.
Okay.
I make sure, and I can't speak for nobody else, maybe for Pat, because I know he does legit business.
Right.
But I make sure that if I am promoting something, and this is one of the reasons why I have kind of been inconsistent with certain venues in the city, is because what I like to put on my flyer is what I like for the
This is
venue
what you like to
back up.
give.
Because this is
Yeah.
actually what we agreed on.
That makes
Right.
sense. It
That's
makes
taking it
Because-
even a step further. This is what we agreed on. So when people get here, they're like, Joe,
Right,
it's
they're
only
coming straight to
8:30
you.
and it's blah blah. I'm like, look, and I don't want to have to.
You don't
continue
want
to go to the owner or the manager.
Hey,
in
I
charge.
will. I'ma get in their ass.
And now
Excuse
it's
me,
like,
sir.
oh, the numbers
Right.
don't match, Joe. You ain't brought enough because it's so
Yeah.
inconsistent. People like reliability.
Yeah.
That's why when you move people like me out the way, you are reliable on your
Yes.
own self.
Yep.
All of a sudden, your numbers
Yes.
flourish.
And that reliability brings in loyalty. So once you're, just like think about it. Let's talk about Aladdin's.
Okay.
That is
That's a great example.
That is a perfect example
Great
of
example.
loyalty. When I tell you if I don't go very often, not because I don't like, I think Aladdin's is cool. I think it's dope. You can come in there, whatever you got.
It's kind of
on.
like it's kind of like our Cheers.
Yes,
Yeah.
but when you go in there, every time I go in there, I swear to God, I see the same. I can name the people that I can see on my left. I know
there's
who's
a
gonna be
sense
on
of
my
community.
right. I know
That
who's
is so
fine.
important.
I know who's gonna be in the back. I know who's ordering chicken. I know what kind
Right.
of chicken they order. I'm like, man, y'all. Every time I come in here, you in this motherfucker.
Because to Joe's point, it's reliable.
Yeah.
It's reliable, and I can definitely back that up. Like what Joe said, normally, well, not normally, all the time, what I put on my flyer
Right.
is what I'm trying to deliver.
And you do.
And
You do.
It's even to the point to where sometimes people tell me, Pat, you low key kind of undercharge. You've even told
I
me
said
that
I
before.
said, hey man, you can up these prices a little bit.
Well, my thing is by doing that, it's cool.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have the consistent motion
I understand
rather than just hit a home run one time.
Right.
I'd rather continue having constant customers pulling up as opposed to just doing it right or doing it big one time, and then they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Pat was kind of taxing. We really ain't rocking with it." And Nashville is one of those type of cities where you ain't got too many chances to do that because your crowd will turn on.
Yes,
They-
and I've had that
they
happen
absolutely
to me.
will
I've had that
turn
happen
on
to me
it.
a few times. Where I
Okay.
feel like I've turned on certain people, and I won't say no names. Still got love for them, but I don't like when if I pay for a section or I pay for a booth, and then you come in and split my booth in half, baby, you finna hear some thunder, a motherfucking
What?
rumble in the jungle.
That is
What
crazy.
has happened
That is
more
crazy.
than once. And I no shade, so I still support certain things they do. It's not and
That
no
is
love lost.
wild.
But I paid for a booth before
I'm gonna
in
sip on that
past
one.
years, and when I showed up, they had split that. It wasn't like a table setting like this, like a
Yeah.
booth with a small table in the middle, maybe.
Nah,
and
I don't
then
give a damn what
chairs
the
on-
setup
you know,
was.
If
booths
I
on
paid
each side.
for it, I need that real estate.
Listen, you know I snap. If you know me, you know Marissa, you know I went smooth off.
That
and
is
it doesn't make any
crazy.
sense.
That's crazy.
It does not make any sense.
I honestly think, because I've seen all ends of the game, and as a promoter, I'm going to 100% say on public platform, no matter how far this goes, that I have done things to, you know what I'm saying, make the dollar go a little bit further. But there are some things I absolutely draw the line at. And it's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to give you what I advertise. I'm not going to shiest you out of that. Now, will I hold the line to make it, you know,
Just
seem
a little
more
bit.
popping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna
a
hold the
little
line.
bit.
They've been
I'm
doing
gonna hold the
that.
line.
They've been doing
I'm
that.
gonna hold the
Look,
line.
I feel like that's kind of like a principle in the game. I mean,
Yeah.
we are on skip the line, right?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
has to be a
Hold
line
the
to
line.
skip
Yeah, I gotta
periodically.
Pay to skip the line.
Yeah. So, but no, I absolutely agree with you. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But in me knowing you, though, Joe, that doesn't come without something great or good on the back end.
Facts.
You know, you'll come up, talk to them, whatever. Here's my thing. If somebody, to your point,
Yeah.
right, about the VIP section, splitting it, right?
Yeah.
Me as a club owner, if I were a club owner, what I would do, and I've even done this for you.
Yes.
If there was something that I know that wasn't done right, how hard is to send a comp bottle?
Something.
And it doesn't necessarily have to even be a liquor bottle. One of my events you went to, I didn't have something right, and that was on me.
Yeah.
What did I do?
You
I
fixed
said,
it.
you know what?
You gave me.
This is a comp bottle.
Yeah.
Take this on me. Don't
Yes.
worry about it. Because me and you got that relationship.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to break that.
It's relationships are very, very essential when it comes to this. It's the only reason why I'm sitting right here.
the only way you're gonna thrive.
Being able to do this show with you all
For sure.
is because of the relationships that I've kept and I've had over the course of years, and experience
sure.
happens in those relationships. So,
For sure.
Yeah, but I think we got to get in our bag now.
In the bag.
We do. We look.
In the bag.
The conversation is great, and of course, you know, y'all family, so we can always talk about this, and
Okay.
and you know, y'all are gonna
Look
be
at that
regulars
bag.
on the show.
Look at
Oh,
that.
Speaking
That's
of
a nice
in the bag.
yeah. So this is my toiletry bag. So this is a
That's
segment.
your toiletry bag.
One of them. I'm a toiletry bag
What
collector.
toiletries you got up in there?
Let's
It's not
see.
the tag of the
It's in the bag.
In the bag.
So let's see
tag
what we
on the
got.
bag.
So real quick, just for our viewers, so that they can know what in the bag is. In the bag is just a little segment that I came up with our producer Zach, and you know, I wanted to talk about, you know, just kind of giving men some things that they can, you know, use out in a social setting, whatever.
What makes you the authority in that, though, Patrick?
Man, look. So I am an accessories guy,
And
and,
he is.
and if anybody knows me, y'all know I'm.
So he ain't fresh.
Hey,
So
get
he
us-
ain't fresh.
Yo,
Eh,
you know,
man,
yeah.
come on.
Boy, big stuff.
Okay. Go ahead, Pac. Talk your ish.
So look, so anybody that knows me, I'm a watches, glasses, and cologne guy.
Okay.
So let's see. So I'm gonna pull out something in the bag, and what I like to do is I like for it to be something that's not like outrageously priced. That way our viewers can tap into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ladies, this can be a gift for your man, your dad, brother, whoever, best
The
friend.
male in your life, because
The man in your life.
I got a lot of female friends. So
does.
you know.
So Joe is basically telling y'all to start watching because
Oh,
Christmas.
you want me to buy it?
No, I mean you can.
So Joe, you getting your Christmas list together early?
Yeah, well, my birthday comes before Christmas. So
Okay, so look, so y'all
My
have
half
two
birthday comes
opportunities.
before that.
So first thing I just
it'd
grabbed.
be cold.
First thing I just grabbed was a bottle.
And
of,
I got that same.
So you don't need it.
Yes, I do.
See?
Your mind a little low.
See, look, mine's a little low.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
it's
most
time
y'all
to
know
re-up.
y'all
right
need.
up. I
Ladies.
can't. That's that Michael B. Jordan
Ladies.
coach.
So-
Go ahead. Okay, my bad. This is your second.
Look, you got it, man. Look, Joe just threw me the most perfect alley oop, bro, on some Shaq and Kobe type shit. So look, so this is a Coach for Men
Okay.
cologne.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach for Men cologne.
Yeah.
So the men in your life, it's very
Men,
clean.
the men in your life, or
It-
just the man? All
it
of them.
depends.
All of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of them. You look now, ladies. I don't know about juggling. I don't necessarily know about juggling your rosters and giving all of your roster guys the same thing. But yeah, so this is Coach Cologne. How we do it? What they be doing on YouTube?
Oh yeah, you
with
gotta
the
show
little,
them.
with the little hand
Like
behind
next
it.
I'm gonna use this product.
Yeah. So look, so I really like this cologne. It's very easy to wear. Every day. Joe can vouch. It's very versatile.
Okay.
You can wear it to the office. You can wear it to the club. You can wear it just on a casual day
Or
running the public.
bedroom boom. You know, I like that freaky shit.
Definitely, Marissa.
must
This
got
is
a
a
little
family
appointment
show.
after this.
Not
Yeah,
really, bro.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
look,
It's a family show because I've
don't
been
get away for
cussing.
that.
I hope not. Shit.
This is a family show.
Fuck
Not
bitch,
really.
because I can't say that on air.
You can't.
Bitch, fuck damn. Fuck all this shit. Wait till we get some of these episodes.
Hey,
Don't-
if
listen.
the
Y'all think
cologne's
I
smelling
said
good,
something. All right, I'm sorry.
if the-
Listen.
that's what I'm saying. If the cologne's good, goddamn,
All right,
you
all right,
smell
go ahead.
good.
yeah. So we just gonna boom. Yeah,
You want some too?
yeah.
Wait a minute now.
I don't know what you're wearing, but
I'm wearing that actually. I had right before I got in this mouth.
look, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with a little refresh.
That's a go.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little
Can I get
refresh.
a refill?
So, coach, if y'all's cologne sales start to go up in the Nashville, Tennessee area, y'all need to go on ahead and cut the check for Skip the Line because this is what
cut the
we wearing.
check.
So yeah, so
the
that's
check.
what we
My
doing.
water.
Okay.
That's what we doing. So so fellas, very inexpensive, man. Go out, buy it online. You can find it at like Macy's, Dillard's, Sephora, things
Coach,
like that.
you should be able to find it at Coach.
Yeah. So yeah, very easy. Whatever.
We got the main store.
Hey, look. I just
Dillard's,
Coach, like,
listen.
you go to
excuse me,
Green
sir.
Mall. You can
Excuse
you
me,
can go wherever.
sir.
You can go wherever.
Wherever Coach is sold.
Wherever Coach
There
is
you go.
sold.
Wherever Coach is
Wherever Coach is sold. Lold. I'm sure y'all can probably find it on Walmart.com. Y'all know they sell everything.
Amazon for sure.
Yeah. So
2-day
yeah.
shipping.
So
Ooh,
that's
what's that thing called? Where you get the cologne again and again and again.
the subscription box.
Scentbird.
Scentbird, the subscription
Holler at
box.
us.
So yeah, so that is what we got for our in the bag segment.
In the bag.
In the bag.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
so it is in the bag. So
You just
know.
got that one thing in there.
No, I got hold up. What?
What else you got? You got some toothpaste in there?
No, we got some Hugo Boss in here too. but
Okay,
we
Hugo
gonna
Boss.
save, we gonna save that one for
Actually, I
another
think it's
day.
pronounced Hugo.
Hugo,
Hugo.
So y'all
Here you go.
French. Okay.
oui.
All right.
Got that.
Y'all don't know how to make French fries.
I actually do. So when you take the potato,
You know what? No.
you got
we-
to.
We not.
He was really
we
about to
not-
give you
I
the
don't
need
step
it.
by
You
step.
try
I
to
don't need
try
it.
me.
I don't know. I don't
You
need it.
peel a potato.
He was really about to give you the step by step. So yeah, so that was our in the
Day
bag
by
segment.
day.
So look, we're gonna pivot. We're gonna pivot. Mona, our showrunner, is telling us that we need to keep it pushing. Hey Mona.
She's like,
So look, so the next segment that we have is one that I think all three of us can really chime in on. And I like to call it the vibe check.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's a vibe.
yeah, so everybody
That's a
likes a
vibe.
good vibe. So what we want to do with the vibe check is basically that's going to be our event rating rubric. That's going to
Okay.
be our event rating segment.
Okay.
So vibe check is broken down into 4 categories: location, price point and value versus dollar, promotion, and the execution and final product and experience.
Okay.
And they're all based on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
All right. If it's a 1, it's boo-boo, do not recommend. If it's a 10, I'm going tonight.
Okay,
Right?
got
Best
it.
time of my life. And it can't be an event that any of us are tied to.
Got it.
Right. Cool. So I'm gonna go. And the event that I'm gonna bring up, or that we're gonna talk about, is I went to the We Them Ones comedy show
Okay.
last weekend. So that was DC Young Fly, Mike Epps, D. Ray Davis, Moneybag Mafia, all those guys.
Okay.
So real Chico Bean, all those guys, man, really dope show.
Okay.
And I noticed something while I was in there really quickly. There is a difference in crowd.
For sure.
Sidebar. The
Okay.
comedy show and concert crowd is totally different
Man,
Yeah.
listen.
from the
Yeah.
nightclub
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, I wouldn't say totally,
It's
but
a-
it's
it's noticeable-
yeah, it is a noticeable difference.
much
It is a very much.
But
so
I be
noticeable.
noticing some people that I be noticing in other spaces.
But you
in
can
them
you can
places.
be you can be more. It seems like it's more calm and relaxed, and you could be more yourself in a comedy.
For
show.
sure.
It's a different
It's
environment.
definitely
sure.
a different environment. You come in
For
that thing
sure.
super. I come into a comedy show super lit. I can't wait for the what is it, Cat Williams on 420?
On 420?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
What?
That's gonna be crazy.
They said it's gonna be bridge stoned.
Very much so.
Oh.
But you open the door, you're gonna smell weed.
So look, that is a perfect segue into the location.
Okay.
Yes.
So the location of the comedy show was actually at Bridgestone Arena.
Okay.
Okay.
Which it was kind of weird how they did it because they didn't have the second and the third tier open.
Okay.
Okay.
They only did floor tickets and 100 level, and of course they did the VIP box, the sky box.
Right. So was every seat sold out?
Pretty much.
Damn.
Pretty
Well,
much.
pretty much for
That.
what they had available.
And that's
Okay.
interesting.
That is
Just
different.
I've never been to Bridgestone where the floor was completely sold out and just a bottom row, which to me that kind of speaks to, you know, they know their market.
It's a smart move.
That's
it's
a
a
smart
smart move.
move.
You condense the building.
You condense the building
You know you're
because-
not going to sell 40,000 tickets. Then,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just come on
It's
down.
a smart
son.
move.
Because
It's easy.
their other option would have been municipal auditorium.
Yeah, I'm really not a huge fan of municipal auditorium.
I don't think
You and
I don't
I are
think
tall.
anybody is.
I have trouble fitting in the seats in municipal.
It's
and,
not. It's the
and Bridgestone
the
has the
smell.
same type of
do,
issue.
but I try to
think
get
it's
an
the
end
general
seat.
maintenance.
And-
Yes. They don't keep it
yeah.
up. It
Other
smells. It don't
municipal.
even smell good in there.
Yeah. So municipal, come holler at us, man.
It's
We
a
can get
museum.
y'all on the show.
Yeah.
You know, let's
And I've
let's
been
talk
to a
about
million
it.
things at municipal, and every
For
time
sure.
I go, it's not like it's a bad experience. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like you start to notice the things in the building, like
Yeah.
the sky is falling, or the seats are falling apart.
The,
and
are
it's
the
not. It's
seats,
just
are the
being
seats still
honest.
wooden?
They are.
They are very
are.
uncomfortable.
They are.
Very uncomfortable.
Very, get like Ryman?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got the Ryman seats in the municipal.
But we're not gonna get on municipal too much.
No, I love. No, I said I've been to a million things there. It's just you start to notice.
You do.
You start to notice certain things. Just like if you was in somebody's house, you would
it's
notice
also a
a
museum,
roach
too.
crawling
It is
across the
museum.
wall.
Have you?
I have a story to tell y'all
I'm
about
just
municipal,
saying.
but we're not gonna talk about that on this episode.
Okay.
But I found some really dope facts out about municipal auditorium,
Okay, that's cool.
like some Black History fact. Type.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So,
Well, I'm saying it's dope, and I'm not even sure what the information is.
you'll like it when I tell
Okay.
you. You'll like it, and you might get a little upset at it too.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said that's dope too soon. Like, all right.
So
what
the
we at?
location for the comedy show for the We Them Ones, it was at Bridgestone.
Okay.
So easy access in,
Mm-hmm.
easy access out. To your point, Marissa, Bridgestone does a really good job of keeping their facilities clean. So I mean, I'm just gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
To your point, Joe, they understood their market and they knew they weren't gonna sell 20,000 tickets. So they just made a number of tickets available to where it would at least look good. Like I said, floor seats, first 100 level, and skybox. That was it. So they get a 10 out of 10 for a location and understanding their demographic.
Okay.
Now the price point versus the value of the dollar.
How you feeling?
I ain't gonna lie, them tickets was a little steep. However,
Okay.
you got to look at who all you're seeing though.
Yeah. What
How
did
much
it come
were the
with?
tickets?
What did it come with?
So I think my ticket wound up being like 150, 170.
And where was
type
you
of-
at?
Okay.
Where were you?
I kind of like to sit in like that 117 section.
Okay.
So kind of off to the side, but where I
Okay,
got
so
a
you get
really
to do your
good-
legs like this.
No, because I always get the end seat.
But your
Right,
back,
so-
but your,
so you
but
can
your
go
back
ahead
was
and
still
stretch out.
hurting.
Yeah. So
Okay, 'cause
I
like I'm
I
moving
like
right now. It's like I'm
I like to stretch
this
out.
move like an airline.
You ain't that tall.
Look, 6'3". 6'3".
Pat, you
on
6'3"?
camera.
Yeah. 6'3".
I'm 6'2". You taller than me?
Okay.
Joe, you're definitely 6'4".
Is this a height contest? We already
definitely
know I'm
6'4".
No,
short.
we're not.
Yes, you
We're
are.
not. We're not. Are you okay?
Yes, you are. And I'm gonna show you why you're 6'4" when the episode is gone off.
Okay, what episode?
Remember the
we wrapped.
This
Okay,
is
we
not
at
a
the
competition
price.
for
We at
who's
the price
taller.
point. We at the price point.
It
This
was
is
your
not-
fault,
this is not a
Marissa.
You said
because I'm
something.
5'2".
Are you
Or
are you-
5'2".
Or fine too. I'm both. You know, it's whichever one you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no coach, Cologne, but I'm a little side coach on something. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
You are funny.
So get back to the price point. The price point was cool. I
Okay.
felt like for who all it was that
Yeah.
you saw. Mike Epps,
Okay.
DC Young Fly,
Right.
Chico Bean, Moneybag Mafia,
Lil Duval.
Lil Duval. I'm a big Duval fan.
Okay.
I rock with Duval. So I feel like if you were to go to Zany's, just seeing one of those guys was gonna be 50.
Yeah,
You're
for
right.
sure.
You're right.
If you go to Zany's, just seeing one of them is gonna be not only 50, but you got to buy 2 items.
Yeah, exactly. When you
That's
sat
right.
down.
That's wild.
Yeah, so you're gonna wind up going see Duval. You're gonna wind up spending $80-$90.
So you might as well spend the 150.
So you might as well spend the
Might as
150, and then you
well.
get to
Okay.
see
150.
eight acts.
Facts.
You know, and shout out to Sibo. They had OG Sibo. He opened up. And
Sebo, I ain't seen him in a minute.
yeah, so Sibo opened up. He had the crowd rocking.
Lit.
Yeah, so for price point for value, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
On that. So solid. The promotion, I'm gonna ask y'all, did y'all see it promoted very heavily on social
I
media?
feel like it was on my Instagram a lot.
It was,
A
yeah,
lot.
it was.
Mojo Brooks, he
Mojo
posted a lot.
Brooks,
He
yeah.
posted a lot about it. So to
Yeah.
me, and I follow him, and I love Mojo Brooks.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah. He's hilarious.
I think
by
they
the way.
did about what they always do for comedy shows like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was there. You know, if that's kind of on your timeline, you saw it.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe if you didn't, you might have missed it.
Right.
But like, you know, I think we all of our algorithms are kind of like
Kind of
Set up the
focused
same-
in
yeah.
on
on
that.
stuff
For
like
sure.
that. So
Yeah.
and I think they had quite a hefty radio commercials.
I was about to say, did they do any radio push?
I
They-
didn't personally hear anything on the radio, but then I also don't really listen to the radio. I listen to my
Yeah, that's another show in itself. It
So,
should be.
Yes.
We're gonna
Why
work on
y'all-
that.
No, just
That
playing.
could be a show.
I mean, it could be. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want me to, you know, I'm gonna need to be I need to be cool on that show.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of things that people probably should know. You know what I'm saying about
don't
the
know.
radio? They
Look,
don't.
we getting the
But
tea.
you know, we going to promotion now. Ain't we?
Yeah.
Let's go to promotion.
Execution.
Yeah, so the promo, so the promotion, what would you all give on a scale of 1 to 10? What would y'all give
Okay.
the promo?
A 7.
7?
Yeah.
What about you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm right
Better
there.
say-
7. So we had 10, 8, and 7. Okay, so we had 25 out of 30. Right now, that's a good number.
Right.
Right. All right. And then lastly, execution, final product, and experience.
Okay.
The show was run very well. You can tell that all those guys, this is what they
They
do.
got it
Okay.
in order. Yeah.
This is what they do. You can definitely tell that this is what they do.
That's good.
Now, if I have one mild critique,
Okay.
it really ain't even got nothing to do with them, though. So this will lean towards the experience.
Okay.
For those of y'all that bought floor tickets, y'all was lame as hell.
Ah.
The floor,
L7
bro.
They wasn't in it.
Cheeks, bro.
type shit.
Cheeks.
She
Cheeks,
means
bro.
ass.
For days. On a Thursday, we say double
Cheeked up.
On a
Had the
Thursday.
nerve.
On a bro, like now the 100 level was lit. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Okay.
The first row, the first bowl level,
Yeah.
super lit.
Right.
But kind of going back to what we said at first
Yeah.
earlier in the show about that VIP, that high dollar experience.
Yeah.
They definitely had that.
That's what's up.
They was just sitting there
Stuck.
like just stuck, bro. Stoic as hell, bro.
I can't go to a comedy
Trying
show
not to
being that
laugh.
close and not because they too worried about being cute. They possibly
Yeah.
on camera.
That
Trying to-
is.
trying to be on-
Look,
trying to
Chill
take
ugly.
YouTube
But look,
videos.
that didn't
Chill
save them.
ugly.
And you can do that, but still be lit with it.
But that didn't
You
save
come
them,
to a
though.
comedy show to laugh. Ha
Man,
ha,
look,
motherfucker.
Man, look, Mike Epps.
Exactly.
Mike
Like it's a
Epps.
comedy show.
Mike Epps was tearing them folks up one.
I
at a
would have been
time.
doing the
I would've
same
had
thing.
too.
And the cameraman just as petty because he's zooming in on
Man,
every person
listen.
that Mike Epps was
As
frying
they
up,
should.
bro.
Book me
As they
for your
should.
book me to host your comedy shows.
I'm saying.
Ooh.
Like this is where we at with it. Like
Come on, shameless plug.
listen,
Yes.
Listen.
I like
So,
that.
so for the execution, they get a 10. And I don't know, is it kind of fair to kind of for the experience to kind of
One.
okay.
It's one thing.
okay?
You always trying to.
All right, y'all. The production
Add
staff
on.
said I can only do one.
All right.
You like how I didn't call your name that time.
Okay, Brissa, it's your turn now. Ain't?
Yes. So
Yeah.
are we just going down this thing right here?
On Big Risk.
So as far my event that I'm gonna choose is hands down Nashville's.
Okay, that's
Okay.
a good one.
Hands down,
That's a good one.
Nashville's.
Okay.
That's a good
I
one.
love going there. So let's say we're gonna start with the location.
So I'm gonna do my score and then
Okay.
so do your location and then
Okay.
just go down.
So location is Brooklyn Bowl. I am going to give Brooklyn Bowl a 10 out of 10 because I feel like it's super spacious. I feel like it's hella space in there to throw that ass, and I do
Come
throw
on.
that ass, and I'm pretty sure somebody's got me on camera. I don't give a fuck.
Uh-oh.
I
That
love
part.
how they have the VIP experiences. Well, I've done both. I've been on the floor. I wear my sneakers when I know I'm standing up, and when I know I want to sit down and I'm wearing heels, I buy a booth. The booth isn't super expensive or anything like that. You just have to. I think there's a minimum, and you have to have a food and drink minimum.
Okay.
So by the time we split all that up, we probably pay like maybe $70, $80 a piece for a booth. Wasn't bad at all. And then you can still go down and mingle. And I love the way that my biggest issue with locations now is that VIP is you can't see them. So my whole point in that is, yeah, I want to turn up, but if I'm gonna pay $150 or $160 or $200 for a booth a person,
Right.
then somebody need to see me.
Somebody need to see this.
Somebody's gonna see me. So the problem with a lot of places is you'll have VIP experience, and I see the sparklers from way over here, but I can't see who you are. But I like in Nashville's that you're up. You're above everybody, so you're looking down. And I ain't trying to be funny. When you look down, you feel like a motherfucking queen in this bitch.
What's that meme of the
Yeah.
of the folks in that, how people in the VIP booth feel?
Oh,
Yeah, I look down. Oh, yeah, the
from,
English-
from a vampire.
What is that, like
yeah.
Game of Thrones or something like that?
Please, you know
Okay.
who I am. Boy, listen.
Interview with
And
a
I mean,
vampire?
and also you can
Probably Interview
bowl.
with a
You
Vampire.
can't beat that.
Yeah.
You can pay for a section. You can actually bowl while you're there. The margaritas are fucking fire. You feel
I ain't
me?
gonna lie, their drinks are good at
Fucking
Brooklyn Ball.
ridiculously
And
fire.
And guess what? And they not $20 a
No,
drink.
and they're not.
either.
And I'll get a good 3 to 4. Goddamn it!
Yeah.
And they always have I always have a photo booth. They've hit me up. Even hopefully I can do one soon with them. It's just
We need
always
that.
a good
Make
ass
that happen.
time.
Make
It's
that
always
happen.
a good ass time. She's hit me up before, so I couldn't
make
do it
that
this
happen,
month, but
Delisha.
I definitely would love to do the next one. So I'm gonna give that a 10. Price point, values versus dollar. I think the tickets, if you get them early, if you get them the night you're there, you get them for like $15, $15 or $20, if that. So 15, I think the highest, I think at the last minute is like 40. And if you don't get your ticket online, you can try
It's,
to get there early to get it for $50.
the 50, yeah, the
Yes,
$50
But I've
joint.
never paid more than $30 for just an entry fee.
Because
So-
you know the drill. Go
yeah,
on and get
I already
it.
know. They got they have a smart marketing tactic. While you're there, they put the QR code
For the
on the
next
screen
joint.
for the next event. So they're like, hey, go ahead and buy your ticket. You can't beat that. You're already there. Go ahead and get your ticket.
Yeah.
Proactive versus reactive.
Come on,
So I'm
proactive versus
I'm honestly
reactive.
going to give the price point at least a 9 out of 10. If it were free, it'd be a 10 out of 10. But
That's
it ain't.
a HR. Go
So-
on and mark your 9 down.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. As far as promotion goes, I'm gonna give them about maybe a 7 or 8. I do see a lot of the promotion, but I don't see many video clips. I see a lot of pictures.
Got you.
I see a
Okay.
whole in the camera quality of whoever's taking the pictures is really good. They do an
Right.
amazing job. But I need to see more video footage of what's actually happening.
They do live streaming, but they don't offer like to feature that like on the back end.
I don't
'Cause
personally.
they definitely have a
see-
TV like
No, they have live
production
streaming.
crew.
So
Yes.
MOC Studios.
It's
shout
a
to
lot
them.
of streaming, but
They do live. They actually have a live streaming company that
Yes.
that works there.
Okay.
But what I'm asking is there a place to see what was streamed after the fact?
Like a rewatch
Yeah,
type
Like a rewatch,
If they
like,
do,
yeah.
I'm not aware of it because when I look on there, I see a lot of pictures.
So
but
does
I
that-
want to see somebody throwing some ass.
So does that speak to the
Yes.
promotion?
I think so. It could.
Okay.
It basically could because I feel like video footage is what I can see pictures all day because it could be 20 people in a venue and you took pictures of those 20 people and I think
At a
it's
certain
lit
angle.
at a certain angle.
Yeah.
But in all actuality, it was actually empty in there. So show me footage. Show me somebody throwing that ass. I'm an ass girl. Show me somebody throwing that ass. That make
That
me want to
part.
come.
That
So
part.
I'm gonna give it about. I'm gonna say 7 for promotion.
All right, so let's go on and
Write it down.
Yep.
And now, as far as execution and final product versus experience, I'm going to give them a 9. There's only been one time where I went and I just didn't have like the greatest time, but I really don't want to blame them. I honestly blame there were so many things going on in Nashville that weekend.
Man, that's a
that
tough pull.
That the crowd
That's
wasn't
a tough
over there because
conversation
every
in
time,
itself.
thank
That's a
you.
real
every time
combo.
I've gone to Nashville's, I get lit as a motherfucker, and I throw that ass on my husband.
That
I throw
part.
that ass on the bitch next to me. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna
ladies,
have
this
a
who y'all
great
need to be
time.
talking to about you know what, I ain't even gonna get into that.
You can get into it.
Look, now look, you got the ring.
Okay. Well, like
She
I
got
said,
the ring, lady.
I'm going to give that about execution and final product versus experience, or including experience. I'm going to give that about 8 or 9 because
Okay.
again, I've never had a bad experience with Nashville. So.
Cool. And I'm glad that you did that. I never gave my number for execution and experience for the comedy show. I gave it a 9.
Okay.
So we'll tally yours up, and then at the end we'll tell what the rating
Okay.
of them is. And so, Joe, do you have an event?
Yeah, so I recently and know that like I get out, you know, it is sparingly, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to like hold on more to my experiences for this particular reason. I did have the opportunity to hit I think it's called AVA or AVA.
I just saw that recently.
Yeah, Ava. Ava, okay. Thanks to our showrunner and producer. Ava Rooftop Bar. So it's in the heart of downtown. It was thrown by Slim Kim and Gary Vibe Gods.
Gary Stevens.
Gary Stevens.
Shout out to my
Big shout out
Aries
to
brother.
Gary Stevens.
What's up, Kim?
And, you know,
Big
Slim
sis.
Kim,
You a
you know,
Aries.
Slim
Okay,
Kim.
that's scary.
Aries.
And Slim Kim Productions and all the things that she has going on. And so just those two though, not their entities, but just them
As
individual
individuals.
brands.
Gotcha.
Came together and through this. That's from my understanding. And so I guess they do a happy hour series, or they're starting one.
Okay.
And it's called Poor Decisions. Love the name.
Love it.
I like
I'm
that.
a big like
POUR.
POU.
yeah,
You gotta tell them that.
P-O-U-R. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
P-O-U-R decisions. I'm a big stickler for like little
Double
nice
Names, yeah.
entendres
Double
and things
Double
like
yeah,
that.
entendre.
cool double entendre.
Yeah.
All those are marketing pieces that I pay attention to.
Okay.
And if you've ever wondered why I may not have actually came to an event, because I'm like, maybe it wasn't crafty enough.
Yeah.
But I love crafty.
No,
ass
that's a real thing.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
It's a real thing, and that's another conversation.
It
you know
is.
what
That's
I'm
another
saying?
episode.
It's a good.
People
it's a
not
good
crafty.
concept.
Get crafty. Like
Yeah.
the pillow fight thing they be having out there in the Soho Lounge.
Yeah.
I think that's like some fun ratchet shit. But that's a whole nother time, another thing. So poor decision. Big shout out to DJ Sunny D. Big shout out to DJ Sunny D.
Sunny D.
Poor decision. So where we at? Location. So
Okay.
heart of downtown. I'm not a fan of downtown.
Okay.
But I'm going to use my professional hat for this one solely and say I'll give it a 7 out of a 10, because if you are an individual that is used to going downtown for all the new nuance, like the Fifth and the Broadway experience, maybe you hit Dirks to, you know, make you want whatever.
Right.
If you do those type of things, you might even hit Acme. You might have made your way there.
Right.
If you don't, it may have been difficult for you to get around, because now you got to pay 25, 30 on
parking.
either public, you know, not public, like a ride share,
Rideshare, public
or
parking.
you know, some type of parking thing. So if you don't frequent down there, you don't live close to there, then
Right.
it might scare you away.
Gotcha.
So location, that's why I gave that 7 out of
They
10.
say location.
Location.
It's right where you had something on 2nd Avenue. A little minute ago, you had some on 2nd Avenue. It was a little minute ago.
Okay.
But it was a rooftop, and but the venue itself looked pretty dope.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely could tell it's probably somebody from out of town. It
Gotcha.
had like a coastal feel.
You can definitely tell when it's not somebody native that does something.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it
Or
wasn't,
that's- or
wasn't a
that's
whole
not
lot of
well
grass
traveled.
walls.
That part.
It was grass, but it wasn't grass walls. And I was like, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's a rooftop bar. Forget what it's on the top of, but you know, I'm sorry, mark me some points off for that or whatever.
He said, mark me some points.
Let me see, price point versus it was free as hell.
So that sounds like a 10.
It's a happy hour though, right? And so
Okay.
you're getting listen. I'm
Everything should be
critiquing
free.
events, so I hope y'all not too sensitive. But I am going to be honest. I do love and respect everybody from not from this point out. I've always done it, but I'm giving honest accounts. So
Right.
there you go. And play this back every few episodes so people can be reminded of
Yeah.
how honest I am. Because if they'll catch a one down the line,
Yep,
and they be
and
like,
then-
Joe, he ain't never been like that. And then you got to flash these
gotta- yep,
motherfuckers.
you gotta
what
let
I'm
'em know.
saying?
I mean, I've been
all right,
saying
I've been saying shit like
Yeah.
this. All right, so it was free. And it's a happy hour. It should be free. You shouldn't
Right.
be paying to get in a happy hour.
covered, yeah, it should be a
happy
cover.
hour is more of a venue thing, right?
Right.
As promoters, we can curate the experience.
Right.
But the biggest benefit is the venue, and so
Right.
you just are creating the environment because they don't want to, or for whatever reason,
Right.
do it
It could be a
themselves.
plethora of
And
reasons.
so
That's why. Yeah.
for that reason, I'll give it a 12 out of a 10 because it's happy how they did what they were supposed
Somebody
to
said
do.
a 12.
Yeah, 12
Okay.
out of 10.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
we got
So you got
got
some
the
extra,
bonus
extra
point.
credit.
Got the
I
extra
said that
credit
also
point.
because I'm sorry, because it is a space that is not ran by us.
Okay.
And it is in the heart of downtown, and it's kind of hard to get them to play ball. So because of the relationships, I'm going to assume that Kim and Gary have, they were able to do stuff like that.
Okay.
nice.
They give us. This is why you'll see somebody do a dope event at a non-black owned establishment, and it'll be a flash in the pan,
Right.
because they've done some back in it BS,
Right.
and that creates inconsistency. So
Right.
big shout out to Delisha Davis and those people over there at Brooklyn Bowl, because
For sure.
they're doing a great things.
Amazing job.
sure.
So for that reason, they get 12 out of 10. The promotion. I want to make note that it was a private event.
Okay.
So I feel like the promotion may not have been as widespread because they were trying to fill a certain thing. They
But if
probably
you
had
got
something
it,
worked
though.
out. So I'll say this much.
Did it reach the audience it was supposed to
I
reach?
think it did.
So
then-
that part.
I think
That part.
I
So
think
that
it did.
part.
So I think so. For that reason, I give them a 10 out of 10.
Okay, cool.
For that reason, I would give them a 10 out of 10. Yeah, because it was chic. It was like you knew from the promotion
Yeah.
what type of people was
You
going
was
to be
gonna
in
be,
there.
yeah.
And the type of environment he was going to work. You know what I'm saying?
It was
Was
gonna
going
be
to
on
walk
some
into.
cool.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it was some cool. And I didn't feel uncomfortable because I didn't really have I do like this thing where I like to dress comfortable, but I like to be like fly too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was more that than like I'm finna put that shit on, and that's what like this crowd,
Comfortable chic.
like comfortable
Ooh,
chic.
I
You
like
know what I'm
that.
saying?
Comfortable
Like,
chic.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
going to events I can feel, and that's how I felt.
Okay.
Or maybe it was just me. but
Cute
I don't
casual.
know. Like cute casual.
Yeah.
I'm
Cute
gonna always
casual,
mark it
comfortable
cute
chic.
casual.
Yeah, cute and casual.
Unless we dress it all the way up, it's cute and casual with me.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so keeping this thing rolling. Execution, the final product and experience, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 based on location. And I was under the assumption that Gary was probably or somebody of that nature was going to DJ.
Oh,
but
he didn't get on the music?
Their house DJ was DJing. He did the whole downtown
He didn't understand the assignment.
thing with dropping some of the and then going back to the thing, and it wasn't even fluid. Don't get me wrong, I love a great DJ,
Right.
But if you were not used to partying on Demumbrian or off in East Nashville on a regular basis or a somewhat regular
Boom bap.
basis,
Two
or
keys,
boom bap,
yeah,
not even
boom.
boom bap, boom
Nah,
bap give you a little
boom
bit
bap,
more.
yeah.
This was not. I'm talking strictly winners and losers when they got a DJ.
You talking real?
Oh, you talking Red Door.
I'm
You
talking
talking
red.
Red
Door. This is
Door.
what I'm saying.
talking real Nashville
I'm just-
bar type
So
shit.
what I'm saying,
Two
this
keys,
is,
tin roof
Then
type
he'll
shit.
drop a Drake record. He'll drop a Migos record. And it was just like okay, and so that was something that I was told that was a hard to negotiate, and so for me. That's why I had to give it an 8 because that would have been my non-negotiable. Damn
got
the
you.
space,
Yeah.
Right.
because there are a certain amount of people that the money is going to be made. That's
Yeah,
why
it's
you
gonna be
allow me
there.
to do
Facts.
this. There's a certain amount of people I'm going to bring in here that is going to increase your dollar and
Right,
your
for sure.
and your visibility. I need to be able to give my people this experience.
Yeah.
And so that's where. But all in all, though. Even if they don't get that worked out, I think it's good to just kind of get out and get in different environments.
Right.
If our people are responsible for that reason, then just, you know what I'm saying, just go ahead and support.
Right.
So, yeah.
Cool. So tally yours up. So real quick. So for my comedy show, I added my points up and it was
Carried it to
34 out of 40. So mathematically, that's an 8.5 out of 10. That sounds like a great number to me.
It does sound like a great
do.
number.
Yeah, Marissa,
I
what'd you
actually
get?
got the exact same score, 34, so 8.5 for Nashville's. And also that, I wanted to say while he was talking, but that adds into his creativity. I love the name, Nashville's.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you can't forget that.
Can't
It's
forget it.
impossible to forget that. And,
Can't
it's,
forget
and
it.
it's lit because you really feel like you feeling the Ville. Like it's
Nah,
real.
for
What they
sure.
say is real in the
Really,
Ville.
really.
It's real in the Ville.
Yeah.
Nah, I like it. I like it. And Joe, what we got for you, champ?
37, if I did my math correctly.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. We got
If he carried the
37
two.
divided by. Oh, so Joe, you Slim Cam and Gary Stevens, man, look like y'all came up with 9.25.
9.3. We gonna
We'll round it up.
9.3.
9.3 out of 10. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's solid, man.
Yeah.
So
good work.
yeah, so I think those were 3 great events for the city of Nashville.
Yeah,
and,
I agree.
And doing shows like this, we're definitely going to continue to highlight all of the good.
Yeah.
So I'm really pleased with the 3. I'm really pleased with the 3 events that we chose.
Okay.
So we closing out the tab, and definitely want to thank my 2 co-hosts, Joe Major, Marissa Jackson. Y'all going ahead, tell them your socials, what you got planned. We'll start with the lady first.
Yes, Marissa J here to slay. I am currently a social media influencer. I do
A real one.
A real one. I'm lit in real life. I swear to God. Look for my Jeep, y'all. I am one of 4 creators of the Cashville Jeep Crew. So if you have a Jeep Wrangler, please hit us up. We'd love for you to join.
That's hard,
we
bro.
travel and everything. We're actually having an event here that I'm definitely going to have you guys around for. It's going to be Friday night or Saturday Night Lights, I
Okay.
believe, and it's going to be Jeeps coming from out of town, vendors, food, all types of things.
That's hard.
We definitely want you guys to show up for that. I'm also the owner and creator of Cool Moms Club. That is a organization for moms to get together, because we have a lot of moms who say they don't have friends or don't know how to get out or this and that, don't have sitters. We actually even sometimes offer to help with babysitting. So if
That's
you wanna,
dope.
So if you
That's
want to
dope.
get out and you want to do something,
Well, if you're a
we'll
single mom,
designate
please
somebody.
hit her
Yeah,
up.
Please.
because I was a single mom. He knows, he's been there from the beginning. Day one of knowing that we stood on business when it came to my baby. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm also currently in HR. So yeah, so I'm very good
Look.
with talking to people and listening. If you have anything like that, and I'm just here, man. I own a 360 photo booth. More
I was gonna say, you
more
gotta throw
importantly
that.
than anything,
You gotta throw that out.
I
More
am
important than kids and everything.
yes. I also currently just invested in a roaming camera booth, so you can. I took
Oh.
it downtown just to try it out. You put it around you, that way I can come to you. Sometimes the biggest
That's
issue
hard.
is super lit. The
That's
biggest
hard.
issue sometimes is with the photo booth. You get a line.
Okay.
And people don't, you try to get, come on, baby, come take a picture with me. Like,
Right.
he like, man, I don't feel like getting up.
Right.
Don't worry, baby. Don't worry.
You can come to them.
Big risks are coming to you. So now I come
on.
to you.
The
Love
big
that.
one.
I make you
Love that.
smile.
That's
I
hard.
turn up with you. Also on the 360, some things that I'm gonna critique something real quick. Some things I see people doing with the 360. No hate, no shade. But get on the 360 with these people. Give them an experience. Don't just tell
I like
them get
that.
on.
Engagement.
Okay, you done. Yeah, there's no engagement. Which
Engage
is why
with
I
'em.
decided to do it. Get on that 360 with them. You have a shy person and they don't want to get on, like, baby, I get on. with
That'll
you.
open
And
them
it
up a
works
little bit.
every single time.
For
But
sure,
yeah,
that's
so that's
hard.
me, mom of 2, mom of 3 if you want to include my dog, and a bomb ass wife.
That
You
we-
better ask
come
my
on.
husband.
Come on. Joe, I think we can claim benediction, bro. I don't know how we gonna be able to top that, bro. I mean, we can. Right, we can almost just wrap that up right there, bro. What the old folks say, that'll preach right there.
But that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Where can they follow you at?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Rebel
On your
with a
socials.
Cars. That's REBELWITA. Oh Lord, hold on.
CAWZ.
Y'all, can we start it over?
Look, I've known Marissa a long time, and me and her, we talk all the time on Instagram, text. Look, I finish it up for Rebel with a Cause.
Oh my God, yeah, Rebel with a Car. REBELWITACAWZ.
There we go.
Sorry, it's really hard spelling that out loud. I'm used to typing it. And my business page is Marissa_J_LLC.
For sure. Joe, what you got, champ?
Oh, let's see. I guess it's I got the time.
That was
to
my
go.
alarm to go.
Look,
It's time to
our
goddamn
time
go.
in the section is running up. The
Yeah, I guess
security
so.
on the way.
Security on the way. Let me go ahead and make this quick. I do influencer work. I do brand ambassador work. And so I've been doing that, I don't know, since before I even knew it was a thing.
Yeah.
So I guess you have that. I'm a party promoter and event curator. I've hosted everything from divorce events to Sweet 16 events to just do it all. I do it all.
He did.
Concerts. I've hosted concerts, comedy shows, all of that. And so I love curating events, and so that's actually a piece of my passion. I just love
Gotcha.
to do it. I
Love
love
it.
to make sure people are having a great time. I love to make sure people are having a good experience. What else do I got going
Invite
on?
me to a divorce party. That seems lit.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is. It's a bit of like bittersweet
Wow.
fun because it's like we're here celebrating this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just collecting my check and I'm gonna go ahead and go
So you
home.
do ending of child support parties too, because I had somebody have one of those.
You know what? Yeah, I do that.
Oh,
as
we're
well.
tapping into a new
They want to
segment.
pay me. as long as you ain't doing no weird shit, I can come. But don't
No,
be
no,
doing
no
weird,
Diddy
don't
the
bother me.
diddler
No
type
di-
shit.
no
Ain't no
diddler?
diddly
No-
events.
no
all right?
diddler.
Don't diddly, no diddly. No.
No,
No,
diddly,
no
diddly, dee.
No.
Okay.
No diddler.
I don't even like lingerie parties no more. Put what you got on.
It's
Come
stinking
on.
there.
Hey, cause what? Did you put some deodorant on your
They got
stomach
that
line?
new deodorant.
You gotta
That's
put
new
the,
deodorant.
The chalk
you
when
can put the
they
deodorant
just
on your
tap up
stomach
underneath
line. You gotta
there.
put it on your navel area.
Oh.
Cause sometimes, okay.
The navel.
So
Get a little bump in it.
all right, okay. So event curator, got karaoke each and every Thursday. Make sure y'all come out.
Okay.
sure.
Make sure y'all come out. It's at Calendars every Thursday. It's a great time. Got happy hour. We got the breaks and the drinks, but not the food. But the food is great. It's worth the price. Promise you that. What else? Oh, I'm starting to get into movies. I did produce
we
and
go.
write my first short here recently, and I'm gonna
Congratulations.
work with
Congrats.
more producers and directors and filmmakers because I got these concepts that I'm writing down,
Just
and
pop it up in
we
your
need
head.
to work and we
Come
need
on.
to do some things.
Let's
So doing that, I'm in a film myself and acting in something, and then what else I got going on? Oh, radio station, yeah.
There we go.
iHeartRadio, take me
the main
with
stuff
you
we
wherever
Right.
you go.
Right. The bill
Wherever
company.
you
The
go,
one that
take
pay my
me with you in all your devices or whatever. I'm on every Saturday 2 to 6 p.m., every morning 8 to 10 a.m., then every day with Dola White, like in the 3, 4, and the 6 o'clock hour.
Cool.
What's up, man?
Man, y'all got some pretty strong
Yeah.
resumes.
Oh,
Pretty
I'm
strong.
sorry. And
Come
I
on.
cannot wrap my part up without sending a big shout out to the Nashville music scene, which is already present. They're doing some really great things in the industry.
Like it.
I'm gonna say that every episode, but specifically tonight. Tim Jen, who just got married, got a whole lot of placements.
Congrats.
Got a project
Congrats.
coming out.
Congrats.
You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Tim Jim and Miss Jemiah. Bryant Taylor, an artist that I'm working with. I do creative consulting for, do independent A&R work for.
I like it.
He got some really great things going on. But check him out now. He out. Bryant, like the late great Kobe Taylor with 2 R's. So make sure y'all
like
check him
it.
out.
Yes, with
and we
2
got
Rs.
I got a whole lot of music stuff
I like
going
it.
on. So y'all just tap in with me, Joinagram on and Instagram, and y'all start there. Then y'all find the rest of the stuff.
I like it.
Everything. Just look.
Yeah.
You should. Did you carry the 2?
Yeah, you can Google Joe Major, but you might get a few people
Oh,
looking
come on.
for me.
Subtle flex.
Yeah.
Subtle flex. Well, as y'all can tell, our co-hosts definitely have pretty lengthy resumes. And I am your host, P. Morgan, a.k.a. Schoolboy P.
Deeply Morgan.
You're so kind.
Yeah.
You're so
It's
kind.
nothing.
So,
It's something, so-
well, now I guess I can say content creator,
Yeah.
Yes.
event curator,
Yes.
podcast. Look, gala host. I hosted my first gala.
Hey, brother.
And I hosted my first gala out of
I've
state.
been wanting to do a gala.
It's cool, bro. It's cool.
Man.
So tap in with me. And I'm also your lead Tamia Shuffle dance instructor.
Okay.
As well.
Cause
He ain't got nothing on me.
Listen,
He ain't got
look,
nothing
I
I
on
would
can,
like to see it.
I look, if you learn to count, if you stick with me, I promise we'll get you to the
He
finish
can't carry
line.
the 2 either.
1 and 2, 3 and 4. So look, a couple things that I have, and then we're gonna wrap on up before security put us out. Sunset Brunch will be making its return.
Yes.
And
The
if
fuck
you
I'm talking about.
and if you have been to a Sunset Brunch, y'all know that is one of my babies, pride and
Grits
joy.
be fire.
So yeah, so we running that back, and then I have a couple of other really starting to get into the culinary experiences.
Oh, so we could be cooking.
So I have a couple other things coming
Yeah.
up. So Urban Trivia, we will be coming back. So for everybody that called and texted me mad that they missed it last weekend, really good time.
Okay.
You will have another opportunity. So that's all I have for right now. And on behalf of the Skip the Line cast and our producer, I can't let us leave without thanking Mr. Christopher Jones
Yes.
for blessing us to allow his
Thank you.
space in his venue at Willie B's. So black-owned lounge. Come on over, have a good time, drinks, Southern flair food. So come on over, you have a really good time. So thank you a whole lot to Mr. Christopher Jones
Thank
and his
you.
general manager, Miss Treasure, and the whole Willie B staff. So we greatly appreciate you all for working with us, man. And so that's gonna be it, man. I'm about to sign off on these checks and close this tab out. Peace. We love y'all.
Sign my check.
He said signing off on the checks.
Yeah, he paying for the check.